A writing teacher once told me that writing is like making paper chains. Has anyone in here ever made paper chains? If you've made one of these, you know that each piece of paper becomes a link, and that link connects directly to another link. When the connections are weak, the chain breaks apart. Today I want to teach you that writing chapters is like making paper chains. Writers know that each chapter needs to connect to the chapter before it. Actually, each paragraph connects to the one before it as well. There are two secrets to this. First, the order needs to make sense. And second, the author uses transitional words like because and also to glue parts of the story together. Today I want to show you how I link my writing together, just as paper chains are linked together. Let's think about that while we work on an important chapter about ways to prevent cockroaches from getting into a home in the first place. Before a writer can think about making the pieces of writing and information linked together, the writer needs lots of information. So I've already collected things I want to say. So, looking at this list that I have collected, I want to talk about keeping your home clean so cockroaches aren't tempted to come in. I also want to talk about keeping all food in plastic, glass, and metal containers. And I want to talk about making sure your home is drafty, keeping air flowing, because cockroaches don't like a lot of dry air. Yes, I also want to be sure to include something about plugging up any gaps or holes that are thicker than a dime. So writers, remember that my first step to linking all information is to do what you already learned to do, and that is to plan the structure of the writing. So the first thing to think is, how will the miniature table of contents look for this part of the chapter? Help me think about that for my chapter on preventing cockroaches from coming in. Which order? I think plugging the holes goes first. That keeps them out. Then I need to think of ways to make sure they don't like my house. For example, keeping the house drafty, putting food away. Oh yes, I like that idea. My progression is like almost following the cockroach's journey into a home. Now I'm ready to draft the chapter. As I draft, I'm going to remember the next way to link information, that is, to use transition words as glue. There are many ways that you can keep cockroaches from ever becoming a problem in your home. You would want to keep them from even walking in to begin with by plugging gaps. Also, you can make the space uncomfortable for cockroaches by making it drafty. Another way to keep cockroaches from being a problem in your home is to be sure they can't survive. Cleaning up all food and storing foods in cockroach-proof containers accomplishes this. So you see how I checked to make sure that my order was logical. Did you notice how I thought carefully about how to connect one sentence to the next by using transitional words? I used the word also and another. You can also use words and phrases that we mentioned in earlier paragraphs, like problems in the home. So we're going to try this out now with our class book. Yesterday we wrote about the gym. Today we'll choose a different room in our building. How about if we choose the nurse's office? So children, would you join me in our group area while we practice this strategy together?